Here we go, man. We can turn it up. We live.
6:25 on your time. It's a high of 61. Currently, it is 46 foggy skies at KC Mo City Hall. Sending some prayers and our thoughts over to rapper Mana Leo, who was just in Kansas City over the weekend. She performed at the Truman. I saw the video footage. She looked like she put on one hell of a show. Well, unfortunately, since then, she revealed that she had an emergency surgery she underwent, causing her to cancel the rest of her tour, and it also resulted in her losing an ovary and a fallopian tube.
Lord, no.
Yeah, so we just want to send some extra love her way. I'm pretty sure this was like one of her biggest tours that she's ever done. So she's just recently been launching her career. Major shout out to the young rap girlies doing their thing. So very unfortunate to hear as soon as she was getting her start that this happened.
Lost an ovary? Oh my
and
God.
A fallopian tube, yeah.
Praying for her for real. And man, I pray that she has the steadfast focus and determination to keep on. Because sometimes, man, the devil can throw a wrench in your plans, but God got something better for you on the other side. So keep at it, y'all. Especially Mana Leo.
Yeah,
Did I say her name right?
Mana Leo.
Mana Leo. My bad.
She a Leo.
Look at that.
So you see,
gotta love it.
Yep. Another news: Deion Sanders, Roxy Diaz on their podcast. They had Jess with the Mess, who was on, and they were talking about paying for dates, and they told him men should pay for majority of the dates.
I just tell her, just reach for it, baby. Just reach for the purse every once in a while. Just go. Right. Just go for it. I'm gonna stop you, but just go. That's all I need. Just reach for the damn purse. You ain't got caught. You gonna try to look away. Don't look away.
Yeah, he ain't lying. I mean,
just pretend that's valid.
Yeah, I mean,
you fake it sometimes.
Well, see, some ladies can take advantage of that, but if I don't know, if you strong in your game and you know what you're doing, that's little stuff like paying for dates. Yeah, you just gotta take it how the wind gives it to you, man. But don't play yourself though, fellas.
Don't play yourself, ladies, either. Yeah. Don't be reaching for that bag and he don't even flinch, and then you end up paying.
Y'all heard about this song from Deon. That's what happened. All the ladies be listening to this. This was my song back in '94. I ain't lying to y'all.
That's how he advertised. That's what we listen
Right,
with.
exactly.
I mean, look, what you expect?
This is you, man. You set it up for everybody to take advantage. Come on, Deon, sing it. Come on. And then relax and gators on my feet. Leo style. Speaking of Leos, Deon's August 4th, baby.
He is?
And fingernails too. Oh yeah,
I'm gonna let you go ahead and carry this song out. Go ahead.
That's 100% Leo right there. Come on, must be the money. Come on, must be the money. This is my song. All right, y'all. We gotta wrap this up. Coming up, we gotta talk about a legend in Kansas City, Mr. Alvin Brooks. Doing big things in the town per usual on Kansas City's #1 for hip hop, R&B, and throwbacks.
Hot 103 Jams.
This is how radio works. Professional, good ass radio, by the way. The best radio. Hot 103 Jams, Kansas City's number one for hip hop, R&B, and throwbacks. Good morning, KCK. You up hustling and shining.
6:41 on your time. It's a high of 62. Currently 46. Foggy skies at the Grandview Triangle.
Listen in for a major announcement. Tomorrow, 5:12 p.m. during the Playmaker show right here on Hot 103 Jams. D, anytime that we can show love to a legend like Mr. Alvin Brooks, I'm going to do it. And, you know, I like to, anybody who got the last name Brooks, they always are my cousin. Or uncle.
You better claim that.
But, you know, yesterday marked a historic achievement in digital civic engagement as the Alvin Brooks Wednesday night Black Men's Chats convened for a 300th consecutive weekly meeting, D. Since its founding at the height of COVID, the forum has met every single week for nearly 6 years without a single interruption. You know how hard that is to be consistent on this here internet? Like, seriously. So 300 consecutive meetings for Mr. Alvin Brooks, who is at the ripe young age of 93. You know, it was established as a sacred place for dialogue, mentorship, and connection. So it began as a local response to global isolation. It evolved into a national powerhouse of wisdom, bridging geographic and international divides, and it's really some great conversations, especially Mr. Alvin Brooks, who has a lot of history here in the town. So we appreciate and love you, Mr. Brooks.
Absolutely.
Always.
I remember when I first came to Kansas City, that was the name to know. When it came to community and his name, it was intertwined
still
immediately.
Is.
Absolutely, still is. So definitely someone you need to know if you do not know. Get educated, Kansas City.
You know it. Coming up, 6:52. As I get my notes together.
Scroll.
For real. There's a KCD bomb and arson unit investigating a possible explosive device near Independence Boulevard, Montgall. What the hell is going on in KC this week? We got to talk about it. Hustle and Shine in the morning on Hot 103 Jams.
Hustle and Shine.
Hey, cousins. Check. Can y'all hear me? There we go. Hey, y'all.
Hey.
Hi. Go do the hey you did earlier.
No.
now you don't want to do it.
Y'all got to go to my YouTube to see that.
I'm so weak.
Go to the youtube.com/BShynin. Search B Shynin on YouTube.
Man said you got to subscribe on the OF in order to.
That's right. In order to see what you want to see.
You miss what I said.
In order you want to see what
I said on the OF, not the YouTube.
Yeah, OnlyFans. I got.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you.
If you want to see what you want to see.
Yikes!
I got something for you to see.
Now somebody finna face. Somebody finna get on. Make a status about that now. What's up, cousins? What is it? Thursday. It's almost the weekend. Thank God for that. Shout out to LaMonica Logan. Anytime I think about the fact that it's almost the weekend, but it's not yet, I think about LaMonica. Shout out to her. She holds it down for our traffic. So we'll be back shortly after this song. If y'all want to listen in, make sure y'all tap in kprs.com or the app. Just download that app. It's so much easier. Just type in KPRS or Hot 103 Jams in your Apple store, your Microsoft store. And it'll get you right there. So we'll be back. And we about to do shout outs. So make sure you drop names in the chat.
Better not bring your kids.
That too.
Hot 103 Jams, Kansas City's #1 for hip hop, R&B, and throwbacks. Good morning, no late. The up, hustling and shining.
6:54 on your time. It's a high of 59. And currently, cousins, it is 46 at UMKC.
Prom season is here, KC, and you can win a $500 prom shopping spree. Hot 103 Jams is taking over prom, and we're helping you pay for the look that shuts it down on Instagram and in person, baby. That's $500 for your prom attire. Listen in for that prom takeover keyword. When you hear it, text it to 816-900-4103. Be the 10th texter and get qualified. I was prom queen at King High School. This is beneath me.
Which movie was that?
New Jack City. How do you not know this? Oh,
why am I supposed to know the whole thing, though?
Everybody knows that part.
No, everybody does.
Everybody does know that
everybody
part.
Does not.
Everybody does know that part. If you say that to most people born, let's see, before 1990, they'll know.
Before?
Yeah, before like 1990.
I was born in 96, so
you're supposed to know it, D. I'm not giving you no excuses.
Here he
None.
go.
None.
Now, if I quote something from Soul Food,
well, I know that movie.
Crickets. I'm talking about the TV series.
Girl, ain't nobody watching that. Everybody didn't have Showtime first off.
Oh, here we go. Be Shynin's world.
So D, look, I just feel like something's in the air. Something's going crazy in Kansas City because KCPD, they had to unleash the bomb and arson unit earlier this week.
What in the world?
Now, the good news is they found no explosive devices Tuesday after officers thought that there might be an explosive device in the vehicle near Independence Boulevard, Montgall. No devices were found in the vehicle. One person was detained for further investigation, but Independence Ave is back open after being closed for several hours the other day. But along with that, you had the car wreck where they were still, and then people just ran into them on the exit ramp. It's so many things going on, dog. Like I really want to check on everybody right now. Like D, are you okay mentally, physically, like with how things are right now in Kansas City?
I mean, we all just take it day by day. Like we talked about the other day, when it comes to the driving. I told you I almost got into an accident because somebody was doing 100 miles per hour on the street. So
I don't know what's going on, man. Is the anticipation of the World Cup? Is the weather getting a little better?
As things do heat up, we always see things just get worse, unfortunately. Yeah. So yeah, just pray for your people out there. Make sure you check on your people. I think you made a very valid point. Check on your people. That's all it is. So let's send some love around the town because that's what we can do right now. 816-900-4103. Go ahead, text us the name of a friend, a family member, colleague, bus driver, boss, student, teacher, anybody. Or maybe you just got somebody on your mind and you just want to uplift them. Let's make that thing happen because at 7:12 right here on Hustle and Shine in the morning, we got those shout outs for you. So hit us up right now, 816-900-4103. We'll be back here on Hustle and Shine in the morning, only on Kansas City's number one for that hip hop, R&B, and throwbacks.
Hot 103 Jams. Getting roasted?
No, I'm saying what you just said. I said I'm finna get cousins. I'm finna get roasted by B Shynin and his 40-year-old group chat because I don't know New Jack City. They mad at me cousins.
they gonna cut you some slack.
They mad. I know. I'm hip. Fa.
In this case, I don't think I am. The debate is New Jack City, the movie. Came out 1991. I don't think it was 1990. I think it was 91. And look, man, growing up, this was one of the most quotable movies ever in history. Like, throughout my childhood.
What year was that?
Teenage years. Don't do that.
No, that's you need to state all the facts. This was key to you when?
Right.
2000. Well, no, not 2000. You said it
we
came
talking
out
about
91?
90s, baby.
You said it came out in 91?
It came out 91.
So this was
really
from
that
hot
point
for you
on
in the 90s.
And 2000s.
In the early 2000s.
We're going to get back to this conversation because we got to hop on air. Hustle and Shyne in the morning, Hot 103 Jams. Let's go. We're going to continue this conversation, y'all. Hot 103 Jams, Kansas City's #1 for hip-hop, R&B, and throwbacks. Good morning, Raytown. Yup, hustling and shining.
7:10 on your time. It's a high of 59. Currently, it is 46. Still foggy skies in Independence.
Yo, shout out to all the cousins that's listening in on the app, or you tapping in on the streams on YouTube and Facebook at Hot 103 Jams, or you doing it the old school way. You in your car right now. Mm-hmm. You out there driving on 435, getting frustrated. Calm down. It's going to be cool. You're not going to get written up at work. For real.
They might.
Or you traveling right now on 71 highway, just take it easy, cousin. You're going to get to where you need to get to. But just know that Hustle and Shine in the Morning, we appreciate and love you so much for making us a part of your daily morning routine. We ain't going to forget that because we realize you could have been anywhere else in the world.
But you decided to be here with us today, and we appreciate you and your time, cousin. Shout out to all the cousins hitting us up on the Facebook stream. We live on Facebook with it right now. Yeah. If you want to see us in studio, just go to Facebook, go to the Hot 103 Jams page, or Twitter too.
And see why I got a face for radio.
Here he goes. And shout out to Cynthia Good, Stacy Davis, Kiera Jenkins, Carver Harris. They're all in the comments. Good morning back to you, cousins.
Good morning.
And then on our Hustle and Shine text line, one of our cousins said shout out to her cousin Ashley for always holding it down for her and her girls. Those strong Harris genes always show through in their women. So that's a major shout out. Big love to Destiny Smith, sending some love over to the bus drivers in the KC area. Shout out to Paris and the Smith family, and to Destiny
Good morning,
Real Day
y'all. Good morning, good morning.
Yeah, we love our A1 Day ones. Shout out to Brandocious. Happy birthday to St. Louis, Regina man. Drone. Shout out to Anthony Drone, Big Reese, and Shane Blaze. Shout out to Vicky. She want to shout out to the Jones family. Big shout out to Miss Cindy hitting our text line too. Hey girl.
Oh, Miss, I gotta talk about her a little later on.
She said happy birthday to Mikey, Mike, and her kids. And then hold on. Who else we got? We got Carmen Nard always. Yep, she said, y'all be safe out there in them foggy streets. No, please be careful out there. And shout out to Rich Harris that's always hitting us up and sending us some major love. And last but not least, on that Twitter side /X, if you even call it that, big love to Brandon Blake.
That's my dog. Random, don't you hate it when you sometimes you may forget to put deodorant on?
That was very random.
It was. I
feel like everybody's had a moment like that.
It just hit me, man.
I keep it on me. I feel like most women do. Like we keep.
Yeah, that's not odd. I've seen that.
Yeah, like in the car or just in case.
Y'all built a little different. So,
we keep that on hand. You never know when you might need it.
Yeah.
You never know who might pop up either. The morning gossip. We got that up next for you. The
camera
Super Bowl
behind you, D.
Look, up next, we got to talk about Kirk Franklin. A fan asked him a very interesting question that tied into the Super Bowl. You'll be interested to hear his answer. Up next, Hustle and Shine in the Morning, only on Kansas City's #1 for hip-hop, R&B, and throwbacks.
Hot 103 Jams. Now, my childhood.
Slightly.
Huh?
You on here too. I'm just
Okay.
letting you know I'm listening. I'm typing something real quick.
All right, bet. So y'all, New Jack City came out in 91. I was born in 85. So all throughout my childhood, elementary school, middle school, high school, college, this movie was always quoted. Well known. New Jack City. Now, y'all remember the part where she says Chris Rock is a crackhead and they down there in the basement fighting over the piece of chicken or whatever. Don't you know I was prom queen in King High School? This is beneath me. So I say that on air, right? Just hoping and wishing that my lovely, talented, smart, independent, Sagittarius, great attitude having co-host Deona Hustle, I was hoping that she would catch on to it. But she just didn't know. And to my surprise, and look, let's say this about Deona. Let's give a little context.
I'm listening.
She was born in 96. Okay, so all right. There's
I was born 5 years after the movie.
Yes, there's some slack you have to give with that. That's one. Two, she grew up in a completely different household than I grew up in.
I was not watching inappropriate stuff at the age where I shouldn't have been. That's the problem. Half of y'all was watching stuff that y'all shouldn't have been watching. If we really have a conversation about that,
that's true.
There's no reason. I didn't see Set It Off until I was of age to see it.
I saw Set It Off in 96 when it came out.
I was born then, so I definitely wasn't gonna see it.
I was 11.
Soon. Yeah, that's still, and that's, if we being honest,
that's too young. You think?
If 9 is too young for a girl to have makeup, 11 is too young for you to be seeing sex scenes. But hey,
it was a sex scene in Set It Off.
Yeah, it was a sex scene in Set It Off.
When Jada, it was two of them.
And it was a lot of cussing. What do you mean? That's what I'm saying.
But they were just humping.
Like they were desensitized at a very young age.
They were just humping. They wasn't like.
Listen.
Wasn't nobody butt naked. Like,
people was desensitized before the internet. Now it's just more acceptable.
I saw New Jack City probably in 91 that same year. But I remember one of the parents getting up in front of the TV when Nino was getting it in with Laquita, whatever her name was, the one with the pimples on her booty. When he was
appropriate, you were 11. Like,
I was younger than that. I was like six or seven when I first saw New Jack City.
And you ain't the only one. Like, that's just a normal thing. Boys
in the Hood came out around the same time. Saw that movie when it came out. Menace to Society, which was probably the most violent out of all them movies. Menace to Society came out summer '93. I saw that one. So I saw all of this stuff when I was young. I really did. And I don't think I'm desensitized.
You are, because you said something about seeing but that's the thing about being desensitized. You don't think it. Like, I can see certain violent things and I think it's not a big deal. But really, if this would have been 50 years ago, this would be a problem. It's just the day and age we live in. That's all. But back to your original point.
So Deona thinks I was too young to be watching Menace to Society at the age of 8.
It was inappropriate.
In 93, y'all. But what else was I watching back then? I used to watch Def Comedy Jam back then.
Bingo.
And that was bad. Like, and I had an older.
More things of age. Like I said, when I got to a certain age, I was watching certain stuff. But it was gradual. I wasn't jumping off the porch. Just that would have been too much for me because of the childhood I had and the upbringing I had. It's like I was knowledgeable of things because other kids, because they were, but I wasn't, like, I knew stuff, but I didn't need to see the whole movie to know a line. Like, I knew certain lines of songs, but not because I heard it, but because kids kept quoting it. So it was like, oh, I know T-Pain, this T-Pain song because you keep quoting it, so now I know it without even listening to it. If that makes sense.
No, it makes sense. And like I was saying, like, Deona, she grew up in a household, more religious household, to where secular TV and secular music wasn't being played in the house. So there's a lot of slack that needs to be given for that too. So no, I'm not like disappointed or mad at D.
I don't think it should be no slack. What the cousin saying?
Well, Kimmy Coleman, shout out to him. He's tapped in. He's saying that those are classics.
Yeah.
That's
those
probably,
are things that you might not see at a certain age, but I've seen them at when I was of age to watch them because they were older then. I mean, it wasn't prominent no more.
My daddy was real explicit with us. Like, I'm talking about like cussing and saying like he was just honest. He was brutally honest with me and my brothers from the time that we were born till he passed away. And maybe I think that has something to do with it. It probably matured us. Maybe much more to me. Maybe we needed to be mature because our like there was no innocence, there was no childhood or none of that. All that like we was treated like grown people like when we were kids. We had responsibilities, and if we didn't follow those responsibilities, there were punishments.
That's valid. That's cool.
Well, I mean, but it was like I'm talking about like strict stuff. And to where you see other kids, these badass kids at school getting the new Jordans, they get new clothes and stuff every single week or whatever. And then me and Jared, we can't get shit. We can't get nothing because number one, we're broke. Number two, the standard in our house was so high that if you came in with a C in my house, you were in trouble. And then a C next door though could bring congratulations and new Jordans and stuff.
Yeah, I get that.
So it's like we were treated like grown men in single digits. Seriously, because the standard that we were held to with the things that we were supposed to. Now we weren't out fixing cars or going to work or nothing like that. But if we didn't have the meat thawed out, if we didn't clean the kitchen how it was supposed to be clean, if we didn't vacuum, if we didn't there were consequences to that, like major consequences, like how other kids, they'll go to school and get in trouble and they would have consequences. Those would be the consequences, the severe consequences that y'all had with that. Those would be the ones that we would have just for making a C or not doing the things that we were supposed to do. It was a very militaristic household, kind of sort of that I grew up in from the age of probably like 11 until 15. Like those, I learned so much and I grew up so much during them years when I needed to, because I was in school. I was very immature because I was a year younger than everybody because I had to go to school early in the summer because my mama didn't want me at home. So I was really supposed to be class of 2004, to be honest with you, because I graduated at 17. Everybody else was 18. It's people who graduated in 2004 that's older than me. But we had to mature. I had to mature very quick with all of that stuff. But it was still some times where I was still immature, but still treated like a grown person in certain other areas in my life. I'm sorry I poured all that on to y'all. Digest it. I hope it makes sense. If not, then
what our cousin saying
wait for the book to come out. Toto Kim says life lessons. You have to earn your keep.
Yeah, that's real. Be
More 007 2001 says good morning. What's happening, dog? That's it. We ain't got that much traction right now on Instagram.
Yeah, but back to Brian's point, what he's failing to mention to y'all about the movie stuff is he can quote movies that came out in 91, 92, 93, 94, 95. But he can't get none of the references I make of movies that came out past 2005. If I make a Tyler Perry reference, he won't get it. And that's the plays.
And then most men ain't watching no Tyler Perry.
It's a cop out. It's a cop out.
It's true because I don't never hear Tyler Perry plays being quoted, and it'll be different.
That's just the one thing. That's not even.
But that's not even.
Name other stuff.
That's not a fair comparison.
It is a fair comparison.
No, it's not because Tyler Perry movies aren't as popular as New Jack City.
Okay, but The Color Purple for colored girls. There are certain movies that are like STEM towards women, yes. But just like Boys in the Hood in the Wood, those are movies that are STEM or that are focused for more young boys. But y'all expect us to know that. That's my point. Y'all expect us to know the woods, so why can't I expect you to know at least a Tyler Perry reference? One. That's it. House of Pain. That's why I be saying there's a difference.
That's fair. I can't argue with that. That's fair.
Like most black people on both sides, men and women have seen like Boys in the Hood and things, but it's just the expectation is different. If I tell you I ain't seen Boys in the Hood, you'll be like, what? But that's still stemmed towards men. But but most black women I know have probably seen it. But that's still stemmed that, this is leaning on y'all, not us. Just like Waiting to Exhale. You've seen Waiting to Exhale.
Good movie.
So like
funny,
I would expect
hilarious. It's a comedy to me.
I think men should watch movies that are more aligned with women just to get a little perspective.
Here we go, y'all.
TMG, the morning gossip. It's the morning gossip with Hustle and Shine on Hot 103 Jazz.
7:24 on your time, high up 59. Currently, it is 46 foggy skies at East High School. Kirk Franklin was recently asked on Instagram, would he consider doing a Super Bowl halftime show?
Would I ever do a Super Bowl performance? Not by myself. I mean, put together like a squad, you know what I mean? Kind of like a gospel Avengers type of moment. Who would you like to see in that gospel Avengers moment? If you include me, that'd be really sweet. I'd really appreciate it, but I ain't gonna do it by myself.
Come on.
We've seen crazier things, so whoo.
Yeah. I would be for it, of course. But look, the Chiefs versus the 49ers in the Super Bowl next year or something, and we get this in the middle of it? What? Come on. For a revolution. Ha! Ha! Sing it. Come on.
Oh,
Come on.
oh,
Do you want a revolution?
oh,
Do you want a revolution? Come on.
oh.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
You'll be stumping everywhere.
Boy, look. Hey, Myron, throw this in rotation, dog. Put this back in rotation, man. Come on. We can play this.
Yeah, I would love this. We've seen crazier things. This is 2026. Let's not act like things aren't possible. I'm gonna pray on this.
Facts.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
call Julie. We gonna call my mama. We gonna start a prayer circle and we gonna get this happening and get this in motion.
Yeah, let's get that.
In other news, current member of Escape, I forgot they're still kind of touring and doing their thing. Tiny Harris, her daughter Zonique, who also was a part of her own little group called the OMG Girls back in my childhood. When Zonique talks about motherhood actually changing her perspective on her mother's struggles.
I feel like it definitely made me a lot more understanding. Like my auntie was telling me, it doesn't matter how perfect you are as a parent. Like the kid is always going to feel like it was something that didn't go right. So I'll never be like, how my feelings, how I felt as a kid. That's validated. It's okay. But now I'm just more understanding because I be wanting to go out. As far as work, it's hard. So hard to like work and have a kid. I'm not gonna lie.
Man, look, I love that statement because it shows like with and people talk about getting old as being a bad thing, but man, your perspective widens and what you see that was right when you were younger, you see actually as it being wrong.
Right. That's why parents always say, well, that too. And then I do see on the opposite end of what Zonique was saying, when parents always say, just keep on living. Because you'll have a little bit more understanding as to why they made certain decisions that they did and, X, Y, and Z. So I agree with her 10 toes. That's the morning gossip right here on Hustle and Shine in the Morning. We'll be back around 7:39 as we talk to your Jackson County prosecutor, Melissa Johnson, right here live in the studio. Hustle and Shine in the Morning, only on Kansas City's #1 for hip hop, R&B, and throwback.
Side 103 Jams.
Brian.
For the phone to answer. Is it opening now? Hot 103 Jams, Kansas City's #1 for hip hop, R&B, and throwbacks. Grandview, good morning. You up hustling and shining.
7:40 on your time. It's a high of 60 currently, cousins. It is 47 foggy skies in Olathe.
Hot 103 Jams reminds you to spring forward. Daylight savings time begins Sunday, 2 a.m. Shout out to T-Mobile and Verizon. I'm sure they're going to handle that for most of you. But don't forget to set your clocks ahead.
Apple.
1 hour, y'all.
Shout out to Steve Jobs for that one.
For real, though. And, D, it is Women's History Month. March is Women's History Month, and this year's theme is Leading the Change, Women Shaping a Sustainable Future. Celebrate the diverse contributions of women who are leading the way in environmental, economic, educational, and social justice movements. We got one of them on the show coming up this morning, D, coming up at 7:52.
Yeah, we have Jackson County Prosecutor Melissa Johnson. She'll be joining us up next, so make sure you tune in right here on Kansas City's #1 for hip-hop, R&B, and throwbacks.
Hot 103 Jams.
It's just me and you.
Hot 103 Jams, Kansas City's #1 for hip hop, R&B, and throwbacks. Good morning, KCK. You up hustling and shining?
So you're not gonna acknowledge me hitting that note real quick? I thought I sound like Sierra. Let's ride.
To you.
To me. 7:53 cuz it's on your time. It's a high of 61. Currently it is 46. Still foggy skies. So please slow down on that road at Swope Park.
Straight from G-Rap to the prosecutor's office of Jackson County. We got Melissa Johnson in the building. She is up hustling and shining. Good morning, Melissa. How you feeling?
Good morning, beautiful people. I am feeling amazing that I get to start my day once again with you all, but now in person.
Yes.
So it's awesome to be here with you all this morning.
Yeah.
Big blessing.
Now I gotta say real quick, I want to congratulate you in person because, like you said, we've had conversations with you over the phone, and you've given us updates being Jackson County prosecutor. But I know you're a year into your role, and I do want to congratulate you when I saw the video of you and Crystal Watson, who was the first African American woman elected mayor of KCK, and then of course you making your history as well. Just congratulations for you both for representing the town on both sides.
Thank you so much. You know, it is pretty surreal to be considered Black history. To be a first, especially in 2025 when I was elected. But to know that so many young people, especially young women of color, have examples that look like them, that feel like them, that represent them in such important positions of power. It's pretty cool. So thank you very much for that acknowledgement, sis. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Hey. So I just saw you this past weekend at the Black Community Fund Policy Brunch, Melissa, and you were talking about, I think it was Missouri Stand Your Ground law, to where you explained a situation where if you're in a club or somewhere and you get shoved or pushed or something, lethal force is legal. Could you break that down for our listeners?
Absolutely. And first and foremost, I just want to shout out to both of you all. Like Kansas City, you all got some radio personalities that are outside in the community. Did see Brian be shining at the policy brunch. I was just talking to Deona Hustle about some community events she has coming up around town. So thank you all for what you do. But
Big
as
love.
it pertains to your question, Brian, yeah, we have some pretty concerning laws and rulings coming out of Jefferson City and our higher courts that we are grappling with on a daily basis. A lot of people think that prosecutors create the laws. Unfortunately, we don't. It is our job to apply the law to a set of facts and then pursue justice under whatever mechanisms we have available. Last year, the Eastern District of Missouri, which is a higher court here in our state, issued a ruling in a case called the State of Missouri versus Lechecky. And in that case, they determined that assault in the third degree, which is something as simple as a shove, think about a bar fight or like a petty argument. Assault in the third degree is considered a forcible felony that allows lethal force in return under our stand your ground and self-defense doctrines. So what does that mean in practice? As prosecutors, that means if we have a homicide or a shooting, a non-fatal shooting, that is in response to something as simple as a shove, we are having a difficult time prosecuting those cases now under this ruling.
Understood.
We are in constant conversations with our lawmakers in Jefferson City, both in the House of Representatives and in the state Senate, to try to cure this defect through legislation. We even appealed and writted this decision over and over and over again in conjunction with the Missouri Association of Prosecuting Attorneys. Unfortunately, the Supreme Court did not decide to take up the case and make a decision or issue an opinion on the matter. So we have to go the legislative route. And so that is just a unfortunate but perfect example of how every single lane and every single facet of this system has to be working and firing on all cylinders to truly deliver on the promise of public safety.
This boggles my mind. It's like, are these people out in our communities at all? No, probably not. More than likely, no. Because it's like, when you bump into somebody, it happens all the time, dog.
Naturally.
And yes. And whether you're in a club, whether you're on a plaza, whether you're in a movie theater, wherever.
A public space is going to happen, likely.
And so if somebody knows these things and they have something against you and they do something to you on purpose or something, and then you respond back with a push or something, trying to defend yourself, and then they could come out with lethal force and they wouldn't see any consequences with that?
Exactly. Exactly. And, this is what happens when the majority of our lawmakers in Jefferson City come from rural communities where they do not experience urban violence and street violence and club violence. I mean, to talk about current events to the same degree that we do in places like Kansas City, St. Louis, Columbia on a lower scale, etc. And so, that requires us to reach across the aisle to try to build partnerships and coalitions. Shortly before the end of the year, I hosted a meeting at my office with about 8 different lawmakers from both Republican and Democrat parties to try to explain to them this is not a partisan issue. This is not a party affiliated issue. This is a public safety issue. And no matter if you live in Boone County or Jackson County, people should not be able to kill you just because you shoved them.
Yeah,
It's
that's
hard
real.
stop.
I want to continue our conversation with you up next at 8:09, Elisa. I want to talk about road rage altercations, as it feels like it's been a surge of that. We'll continue our conversation up next, only on Hustle and Shine in the Morning, Kansas City's #1 for that hip hop, R&B, and throwbacks.
Hot 103 Jams. Hot 103 Jams, Kansas City's #1 for hip hop, R&B, and throwbacks. Good morning, Raytown. You up hustling and shining.
8:11 on your time. It is a high of 61. Currently, it is 47 at Park College.
We are blessed to be joined by Jackson County Prosecutor Melissa Johnson here on Hustle and Shine in the Morning.
Now, Melissa, we were having a conversation off air just about, it feels like a lot of car accidents have been happening, specifically road rage incidents have felt like it's been a surge of those. Now, is it true that there has been kind of a surge on the road? And do you believe with higher charges, it could possibly lower people or maybe at least make people say, you know what, let me think about the consequences before I end up on my 13th reason?
You know, it's been really important to my administration to be data driven. Let's look at the numbers. Let's look at the data. And while it has certainly felt like there has been an increase in road rage incidents, our data also supports that as well, unfortunately. In 2024, we received 3 case referrals from law enforcement to evaluate for charges based on conduct stemming from road rage. In 2025, that number 3 jumped to 23. And we were able to file charges on 17 of those cases. And then this year in 2026, thus far, we're only basically barely touching March, y'all. Barely touching March. We've received 7 cases thus far and have charged 5. And so there has been a drastic increase in the amount of incidents that we have seen on our roads that lead to serious bodily injury or sometimes death. Yeah. And, you know, I do believe that accountability can serve as a future deterrent to some of these incidents, making sure that people think before they act. You know, one split second decision can literally mean you making it home or not. And I want people to remember that we have all made poor decisions on the road. Ran a stoplight unintentionally, ran a stop sign unintentionally, got too close to a car, didn't initiate your signal to turn early enough. We've all been there. And so try to have a little bit of grace with other people. And once you escalate a situation, you no longer get to dictate how somebody responds to you. And so please keep that in mind.
Yes, please.
And we're charging these cases. Also keep that in mind.
Yeah.
And it's cameras everywhere, y'all. Like, they can see you. You know that, right? So,
if you need to sign up for anger management, do it.
Yes. Yes. And
Simple.
I just see a lot of poor emotional intelligence, poor emotional regulation, poor conflict resolution skills to be able to weed through those issues right there on the spot. And so at the end of the day, it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. Make it home to your families, y'all.
Facts. Melissa, thank you so much for your time, your energy, your dedication to the town. We really appreciate you, man.
Thank you both. And I look forward to coming back in person.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you.